This is another great tit. Is a male.
How do you say it's a male?
It's a nice male because it's got a nice black stripe down the belly, nice and wide. And females have got just more sort of. It'd be much yellow going into the black there, and wouldn't be a strong bar. Hi, I'm Ian Henshaw. I work at the Swedish Bird Ringing Centre at the Natural History Museum in Stockholm. So now we take the ring and just check that the ring is the correct number, it's in order, so we don't use them sort of randomly. So we know this is number 56 in this series. Each ring has a unique number at the top and an address. And Swedish rings have the address Riksmuseum Stockholm. So if you find a bird with a ring that says Riksmuseum Stockholm, you know it's been ringed in Sweden. And that's the same if you're here in Sweden or if you were somewhere else on holiday and find a dead bird with a ring and it's got a Swedish ring. And other ringing schemes in Europe also have basically similar way of marking the rings. They have a number and an address, and that way you know which ringing scheme it belongs to. If you find a ringed bird, a dead ringed bird for example, you can telephone us and report it in that way, or you can write an email to us. But the most common way and easiest way these days is to on our website we have a formula there which you can fill in with the details. So you write in the ring number, the address of the ring, where you found it, when you found it, and information if you know what happened to it. So a very common thing that happens for small birds like this, they fly into windows, unfortunately. So that would be the reason why it died. So if you know that, then you can report that as well, which is very interesting for us. We start to understand what happens to birds, why they die, so they can fly into a window or they get taken by a cat, for example, is very common. Some larger birds get hit by a car or a train and so on. So it's good, valuable information that we get if we know why, if possible, why the bird died. Let's just give the ring a finish squeezing it. It looks a bit.
And does the ring hurt at all?
No, the ring doesn't hurt. I mean, it's big enough that it moves up and down the leg and spins around. It doesn't have to move up and down, but as long as it spins around, that's important. So it's not tight on the leg, and they weigh so little, so the bird in a way doesn't really notice it. They might initially sort of feel something strange, but after a while they won't really notice it's there. And we know that the rings don't really affect the birds because, for one thing, we've ringed so many birds, and we've caught birds that are really quite old as well, that have had their ring for many, many years. I think the oldest great tit is over 10 years old, something like 11 years old. So that bird's had a ring for 11 years and it hasn't caused any issues at all. So now you're done, we can let you go. Oh. .7